Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show. Here we go.
All right, fellas, let's put our hands together. We are here, week one. Let's give it up for ourselves first, man. Let's give it up for ourselves. We got a lot headed in front of us. Shout out to the chat and everybody who's jumped in here already. Appreciate y'all showing up. But yeah, man, let's celebrate ourselves because we're gonna have a great time this season. Another chance to cap with you guys, talk to the people in the chat, and enjoy these games, man. So how you feeling right there, Weinstein? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good over here, boss, man. Week one, feeling like Christmas morning this morning. I couldn't sleep last night. You know what I mean? I've been up since 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, so I'm ready to go, man. Ready to talk about these games and watch them.
That's what's up. And my man, Big Ragu, you know, he stays getting a little R&R. So you know, he's poolside right now, somewhere by the beach or something, and he's looking great. And I'm getting good vibes from here, just looking at what's going on over there.
Come on, there's plenty of room, guys. There's a nice pool. The Atlantic Ocean's right off my left side. I got the camera facing this because of the glare, but I don't have all the utilities with me today. I got my paperwork. I got some plays in already, but I got my two biggest assets on screen with me right here. So let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. Now, y'all know we come to give y'all the goods. None of that other extra stuff or whatever. We said our good mornings and hellos and all that. So we feeling great. We gonna jump right into this card, man. If y'all got any questions, make sure you leave it in the chat because we're gonna roll through these pretty fast. We're gonna get you out there so we can start watching these games and enjoy our day. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification too, because we got so much content coming at any time. You probably want to be alert when some of our other shows come on. But jumping right into it, man. Clemson and Georgia, we already know the deal. Now, ETN, everybody, some people thought he was a big accident, but after we did some research, everybody agreed that ETN is, you know, a part of the committee out there, not a big deal. He was more of a no deal, right? So ETN, I told you guys earlier in the season that they're having problems in Georgia, man. These guys are getting DUIs right and left. Everything that has to do with the law and a vehicle is crazy. But yeah, ETN gets his first DUI when he transfers over there, and he's out today anyways. But that just shows the culture right there. But this should be a really hungry Georgia team after last year. You know, and keep putting these teams back together. I said it back in the day. We're gonna know about Kirby Smart if he continues to be able to build this type of success. And he has. He's outdone himself. But man, I don't think you should just look past Dabo Swinney like he's just, you know, just a rollover or whatever. I mean, he's a quality coach. He knows all about preparation. He's been there. He's played against some of the best. He's coached against some of the best. And, you know, he has a lot to offer. His quarterback over there, I think it's Klubnik, I want to say it is.
Klubnik,
but his quarterback over there, I kind of like the guy. He was developed late last season, and he got a lot of potential over there. And, of course, they're going to bring some defense and all that good stuff. But going to be an interesting game right here. Should be one of the top games of the day where you see, you know, slow pace, chess type match right here. So, I'm off the game. Next up, Weinstein, how you feel about this one?
Yeah, boss. You know, this is a game that kind of hit my attention right when it came out. The line came out at a +14. Very big spread. It's at a mutual field here. Take a look at Clemson, man. They're returning a lot of their guys from last year. A lot of these guys, they didn't lose too many guys to the portal. Bring back their entire defense and linebacking core. That's one of the top linebacking cores in the nation, if we're being quite honest with you. Look at Cade Klubnik. You know, I wasn't a big fan of his last year in year one under Dabo Swinney's offense. Entering year two, I expect definitely a couple steps forward towards the right direction. This kid's got the talent. He's got the arm skill. We're going to have to see it display out there, though, against a very good team in Georgia. You know, Georgia didn't make the college football playoff last year. You know, they lost quite a couple guys to the draft. They always got guys, though. They have 4 and 5 stars, 4 and 5 star guys, backups, third stringers. They got them. You know, Boss mentioned all these guys getting DUIs. Is Georgia becoming the new Vegas or what? I don't know what's going on out here, but these kids getting into a lot of trouble, man. No bueno, man. I don't know. You guys hear me talk about this a lot in football. Discipline. It's been a big key factor in me capping these games to start this season. You know, that doesn't really come to me off as a disciplined team, especially being some transfers coming in. This line went down for a reason with 20% of the bets on Clemson, man. I think Clemson definitely covers this spread. I got in late, guys. I'm not, you know, plus 11. I wish I would have gotten out the plus 14. I still like the plus 11, though. I think they could beat these guys outright if we're being quite honest with you. I'm not saying they are, but I definitely think that they're going to be in this game. It's going to be a 2-possession game no matter what. So I definitely like the Clemson side in this one.
There it is right there. Now, Big Ragu, you on this game right here today or what?
I got an opinion on it. You know, not a major one, but a small one. You know, I'm probably going to disappoint some of my friends up in Georgia today. Not giving the stamp of approval, but it goes like you guys were talking about the disciplinary factor early on. I mean, I hate to see that with Georgia. It's going to be a tough ask for Clemson to come away with a W here, I think, even though they've got some good young talent up front on both sides. You know, both their lines are going to be physical. I think they're just a step below Georgia. You know, you're asking them to come out and take on the number 1 team in the country. But, you know, from a gambling perspective, this is the reason we're here. You know, we're looking at a 48-ish total with a 13 double-digit. You know, you said it's down to what's the number down on the game now? 11.5, you said?
I think it's down to 11 right now. Might even be to a 10.5 if we're being – it's at 11 right now, minus 110.
Uh-oh, I think we lost Ragu for a second right here.
Yeah, he'll probably come right back in.
That's the effects of hanging out on the beach, man. Maybe a nice wave came in. But let's jump into another early game right here. There he is. Let's jump back into another early game right here with Penn State and West Virginia. Now, thing about Penn State to me is I've been watching them for the last 2 years. And, you know, Penn State used to be more of a home team. They didn't play well on the road, but they started to be able to play well over on the road. But this West Virginia team ain't no pushover. They've won, I think, the last 8 straight up at home or something on game 1. But this is a different Tiger today. You know what I'm saying? So I got him in a long, weird, exotic parlay money line Penn State. But that has nothing to do with any capping on this game or anything like that. But I'm going to slide it to my man, Wine. Wine, what you doing over here with Penn State and West Virginia?
Boss, yeah, this is a game I got in on early. Gave it out, I think, almost 2 weeks ago now on X. It's been posted there. You know, West Virginia plus 10, minus 110 in this one. It's down all the way to a 7.5 in this one, fellas. You know, they're playing Morgantown, West Virginia. These guys want revenge. They played in Penn State last year, got smacked. A lot of these West Virginia players have been talking their smack on X. I've been seeing it. These guys better come show up here for this crowd, because this crowd's definitely going to be rocking and rolling there. There's going to be a lot of people here in Morgantown, West Virginia. I definitely think it's down to a 7.5. Also take the 7.5, but you know, I just think the West Virginia plus 10, I think they can beat these guys outright. Again, I'm not saying they are. I just think with these dogs, both of these teams that we've talked about so far have a chance to win these games outright. Definitely have the ability to. West Virginia. Only thing is, Penn State's got a very good defensive line, very good at stopping the run. And West Virginia, what do? They run the hell out of the ball at a 62% rate. They ran it for 6 yards a carry last year. We're gonna see some smash mouth football, fellas. Honestly, definitely lean towards the under in this one, but my official play is on the West Virginia side, 100%.
You partaking in this one, Big Ragu?
Absolutely. I'm chasing some late steam on West Virginia here. I don't mind it at all. Anything north of a touchdown is good in my book. So if you get 7.5, jump on it. You know, I'm starting to see some 7s pop up too. I'm a little late to the party here, but no argument to all of Weinstein's, you know, points on the West Virginia side and Penn State for that matter. You know, we get these Big Ten teams early on the now that Michigan's going to fill the void, you know, with some of their departure. I think Penn State probably the second best team in the Big Ten right now. Maybe Oregon's arguably the second best team, but regardless, ground and pound time for West Virginia. They ranked 4th in the nation rushing. Penn State ranked 3 for stopping the run. So that's the game right here. It's going to be an entrenching for West Virginia. Too many points and you know, maybe a little sprinkle too on West Virginia for revenge.
I like it. All going against my parlay, but my parlay is on some number stuff. You know, I'm doing some test market stuff. But we'll see how when it wins. I'll tell you guys how it goes. But if it doesn't win, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing. But anyways, shout out to the chat, man. Flea Mathis, Damani, Mills 2 in there. Nutflux came by. Nasty Nate's in the house. Skylar's in the house. Julian Cicero, what's up, my guy? We out here. He says a trip booked for Vegas. Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna be in Vegas September 27th. Come see us. I'll hit you up on X or something and let you know. Our guy AT33NC from North Carolina is definitely in the house. Salute to you, my guy. I'm going to have to sign you up for my other exclusive package deal. We'll talk about that later. But Don Play in here. Shout out to him. Brian Poke one is in here too. Helped us out with that line. But let's keep it going. Let's stay focused. Let's go to the next game right here. We're not bad heavy hitters over here at Boston the Sauce. We don't run from nothing. So hey, we got this one right here. Miami and Florida, big game for the week right here. I wanted to really partake in this game. I might get there. I don't know. I might get there. I like it a lot. I mean, if we're gonna believe that Morgantown is a tough place to play, then we definitely gonna believe that down here in Florida with those Gators, I'm pretty sure some humidity down there and all the elements. But everybody's from Florida today in the game, so they should adapt well. But anyways, Miami, Florida. I like Billy Napier over Cristobal 27 times a day. And if I had to play, I'd play on Florida. But right now, I'm not on this one. But I'm sure my man Winetime got something to say on this one.
Yeah, guys, I'm talking your ears off about this Miami program this whole offseason. I got in on the money line minus 130. I see it's around a minus 140 right now. The line really hasn't gone too far. I see 99% of money on the money line is on Miami. Don't like that at all when I'm looking at college football, especially when I'm on a side and the line's not moving necessarily in my direction. You guys have told me about, Florida. This place, I know too. This is a tough place to play. The Swamp is definitely one of that, and Kyle Field. Those are two of the top places to play in college football. This crowd's going to be rocking and rolling. My whole keys to this game, though, is the run game from this Miami team. They bring in Damian Martinez. They have Mark Fletcher. These are two pound-for-pound bruisers, two of the better running backs. And honestly, the ACC, Damian Martinez, one of the better running backs in all of college football. We saw what he did at Oregon State last year. These guys are going to be grounding and pounding. I'm expecting to see Damian Martinez get at least 20 to 25 carries, Fletcher to get 15 to 20 carries. These guys are going to be rotating in and out to keep them fresh. They're going to go at that defensive line of Florida that is very strong. They've got a lot of physical specimens out there. Don't get me wrong. This Florida defensive line is talented, and they can stop the run. They weren't good at stopping the run last year, though, and I have to see it to believe it. They have all the talent over there in Florida, but we still need to see these athletes go out there and play. I guess you can say the same thing about Miami because some of these guys haven't necessarily been playing together. But you know what? If this same exact Miami team wasn't from Miami, a different state, I would definitely be on the Florida side because of that. But Miami, I'm sure Ragu can tell us how far Miami is from the University of Florida, but I don't believe it's that far. There's going to be a lot of Miami fans there too. So I think talent-wise, Miami is definitely the more talented team, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Miami money line in this one, guys. I'm not as confident as I was about it earlier in the summer when I took it a month ago, but I'm in on it. So let's Miami money line.
Yeah, you walked a long way around to that one right there. Yep. Let's go into our Florida specialist with a little bit of that nice Florida beach air going through him right now. I'm pretty sure he can give us a good look on this one. Big Ragu, let us know.
We got a game in the Swamp. We know about the Swamp. The Swamp's a tough place to play without question. Florida's had their issues on the offensive line with injuries last year, which I think they hit the portal and they kind of beefed it up. Healthy wise, I'm hearing some good news on the Gators here. They start off the season with bookends against Florida teams. They're taking on you, which, the last time we seen them play, we were in Fort Lauderdale with that game in 2019. And then and they beat them that game, but it's a different game today. They got star power in Miami with Cam Ward and Damian Martinez, coming from the West Coast end. But, a lot of hype on Cam Ward here, but you don't underestimate Gators at home. They got a pretty good quarterback on their side with Mertz, who was 73% completion last season, led the SEC in pass completion. So with that offensive line getting a little bit better, playing in a Swamp and catching points at home, that's a tough ask early out. And the ACC hasn't shown me a lot of nothing this year so far. with their ruckus starts with Florida State, NC State, SMU, Stanford. So somebody's got to chalk up a W. NC State won their game, coming out. But this could be a coming out party for Gators, and it could set the tone for them. And I'll be cheering them on because I want Miami to lose this one. I'm not betting with my heart, but I'm betting my brain here. I'm going to take Florida on the money line plus 120.
I like that plus money right there. Yeah, another factor about that game is this is a tough schedule for Florida for the year, so they got to knock them down when they got a chance to knock them down.
Toughest in the nation, they say.
Yeah, and it's a cold seat for Napier too, because he's only in his third year right here, and they already talk about throwing him on the hot seat, and he has the toughest schedule that he's had the whole time his tenure there. But I don't know. I'm hoping for an amazing story out of Billy Napier because he not only coaches a great game, calls a great game, but he digs in deep with the players and get them to get in his system or whatever. So third year, these guys should be all bought in, and we should see huge improvement from Florida. But I'm not on that game. Like I said, I want to, but I might get there. I don't know. But I split right here on the Boston the Sauce, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Next up, UCLA on the island of Hawaii. Now, this is one of those things. A lot of people I've seen went backtrack. The teams you got to see in week 0 when they play in week 1. You got an eye on what they look like. Hawaii pretty stunk up the field. I don't know how many people watched that game live because it was on Spectrum pay-per-view, paid $70 to watch Hawaii at night. I don't think so. But Hawaii, they didn't play well against Delaware State. I mean, they did get there with the win. Delaware State has some adversity from day one, and Hawaii. Hey, shout out to us though. We hit the 100 mark right here, live viewers. Shout out to everybody in here, man, in the chat as well. But yeah, man, Hawaii didn't show up good. But the thing, and maybe me and Wine Time, we texted live. Maybe I'm a little tipsy on UCLA because I was kind of down on UCLA, but I'm a little tipsy on UCLA in this one. For UCLA as well, with all the traveling and switching over to the new conference, they need to put a statement down today. And they got a good coaching staff over there overall. The coach is fairly young and moved up through the ranks. A lot of stuff I don't like about coaches, but this is a chance for him to open up on this Timmy Tan team right here. And I got UCLA minus 14. That's one of my plays today.
Yeah, fellas. Just gonna give you guys a quick little breakdown of this game. You guys all know I'm a UCLA fan. Got Ethan Garbers and TJ Harden signed that when I went to the spring practice a couple months back. Guys, this is the Deshaun Foster era has begun at UCLA. We saw Hawaii play last week against Delaware State. Didn't watch the game live. I was telling Boss, I watched all the highlights. I watched the whole game almost over the next day. I watched all the highlights because I needed to see what went wrong with Hawaii in the first half. These guys missed a lot of tackles. They weren't really good at tackling, and against guys like Delaware State, that's not going to be successful heading into UCLA. It was their first game. They wanted to get the jitters out. Brandon Shager entering, I think, year 4 for him at the quarterback position for Hawaii. Definitely very talented. He had 4 total touchdowns in that game, 2 rushing, 2 passing. He's not going to be able to do what he did with his legs against this UCLA defense, if you ask me. What I think out of this one, I hate to sound like a homer here, guys, but I'm going to take UCLA. I got the minus 13.5, take the minus 14, whatever it is. They're going to beat these guys by 20 plus. I think they're going to put the foot on the gas. They ain't going to stop. Boss talked about the coaching staff. They bring in Eric Bieniemy from the NFL, implementing his NFL offense to this college level. These kids had a very hard time figuring it out at first, but through spring, throughout fall camp, though, all these kids memorized everything. All these words some of these plays were paragraphs long. You talk about one of the guys that signed that, TJ Harden, big time running back, man. This kid is the real deal, right out of South Central. This kid was a 3-star recruit. He's played early as a freshman. Him and Deshaun Foster are really, really close. When they hired Deshaun Foster, he tweeted out to UCLA, thank you. This guy might have even entered the portal, but he got his coach back. EB runs up pass first offense. It's not very run first, but when TJ gets off, he's going to get off in this game. He might not get too many touches, but when he gets those touches, he's going to break off. And I expect Garbers to torch this Hawaii secondary that didn't look very good either against Delaware State. Delaware State had some costly turnovers, some sacks. The offensive line did not look good out there. UCLA is definitely more beefed up there. A lot of those guys beefed up this offseason to get ready for the Big Ten. I can't eat my words here betting again on my team week 1, but I'm going to take UCLA minus the 14 here.
Hey, you gotta take something. Now, Big Ragu, I mean, you on a nice vacation type vibe like Hawaii, but not Hawaii. So you got anything on this one?
No, I think Hawaii took that Delaware State pretty light. I'm not a big fan of Hawaii when it comes to the mainland to show out on games. And I know, like you were talking about the new coaching staff with UCLA. So I would, you know what? I think both teams come out a little bit quicker than they expect, maybe to show out on their offensive sides a little bit more. So I'm maybe leaning like towards the first half over in this spot.
Yeah, I was thinking about the over as well. I mean, Timmy Chan at Hawaii, he was the quarterback at the time when
Oh yeah,
they were really air raiding and putting it up there. So I'm expecting them to start showing some points sometime this year as well. But let's
6,000
keep it
yards.
moving, man. The game's about to start in 3 minutes. Any
Oh,
last questions, put them in the chat. My bets are in, so I ain't even tripping, but let's keep it going. Next up, Fresno State, Michigan. Now, a lot of people is not really interested in these big games right here. I've cashed a couple of these big lines already, but Fresno State, Michigan. Fresno State took a big blow. Coach Health just couldn't come back. But some people on some sides say they're gonna be all right. Some will say it's gonna be all right. It's the Mountain West versus this Michigan team that got a lot to show us, and no more Harbaugh. A lot of key pieces missing, but they still strong from within. They could come out and be very similar to the team you've seen last year, or they could show obvious regression this year. And this will be a test to see what happens right here. Weinstein, I'm pretty sure you on this game. Mountain West, I do it the best, but I'm always leaning for Mountain West teams like this to cover, and because Mountain West plays a little different. We get in there a little bit, but I don't know against. I get so many questions on the Michigan side. I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, I looked at this line early, 21 and a half, 21. I like the Fresno State side. I'm a Fresno. It seems like I'm a Fresno State kind of guy these last couple of years. Definitely a bet on team for me. Going back to the Jake Haener days, Mikey Keene last season performed really well. I really liked him at the quarterback position until he got hurt. He's healthy going into this season. Maybe this spread is this high for a reason, but I am in on this game at Fresno State plus 21. I think they can keep this within 3 touchdowns, no problem, honestly. Take a look. Fresno State did take a big blow coaching-wise, losing their coach, but their new coach, this is his dream job. Wanted to be the head coach of Fresno State. This is like what he wants to do with his career. He wants to be here long-term. So he's trying to build something over there, and he's inherited a pretty good team that won good games last year. I think they won 8 or 9 games, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they performed pretty well last season, especially when Mikey Keene was in. I think he's going to be the best quarterback on the field in this one, if we're being completely honest. Michigan's going to rotate both of their quarterbacks, maybe even 3 of them. I don't necessarily – I think Orgy is going to start, but we'll see. But I think Keaton's the best quarterback on this field in this one. He's had the most experience out there. So I'm going to take Fresno State plus 21, minus 110.
Fresno State plus 21, minus 110. Big Ragu, I'm pretty sure you're not touching this game because I know you so well. But
you know me well.
Think about this one.
P-A-S-S, pass for me.
Hey, big shout out to Nunya in the chat, man. Some of this FCS, Dayton money line, St. Francis. Really, man, you need to come talk to us, hop on the show. We had our guy Ramon come give us some FCS last year after we went over our card, but that spot is definitely open. My man, shout out to Ramon. He's busy putting it in every day, man. 2-3 hours a day, man. That guy's a machine.
7 days a week.
Appreciate when we can get him on the show. But let's keep this moving. Still big shout outs to the chat. Nunya, Jason Meyer, Fernando Mendoza, Moose Money, everybody, Ix Nizzle in the house. We got a lot of people in the chat. I appreciate y'all showing up. Of course, they always love the boss on the sauce and my guy Weinstein. So, everybody shows up and we show out. So let's keep it moving to my game of the day for me. Fan guy is here. I'm not even tripping. First game of the season. We played well against Ohio State last game first. All about preparation these first games right here. I think Marcus Freeman, he was cut from the cloth. So I think he had these guys ready to go on the road. Marcus Freeman showed up on the road quite a few times. So I won't put that against Marcus Freeman. So I think he can go over here and get the win. I think a lot of the hype is on Mike Elko at Texas A&M. I mean, I don't. It's crazy how bring back a lot of players and change the coach and a lot of movement makes teams seem exactly like something they not. Like same thing with FSU, right? But there's a lot of kinks in Texas. I mean, if Texas A&M was so good, then why did they had to get rid of the coach before? And if Mike Elko's only in his third year of coaching as a head coach, so that's I mean, even though he's a Texas A&M guy and all that stuff, so I think it's more media drawn to Texas. Basically, you can kind of look at this as the wrong team is favored. I got the wrong lineup anyways, 13.5. I wish. But Notre Dame, I'm going to give y'all the goods because I'm a Notre Dame fan. We looking for big things with the quarterback. Yes, he was coached by Mike Elko, but so what? He's never had this type of caliber players in front of him to work with him. The offensive line, I mean, can you believe the line dropped that much just because of losing one offensive tackle? Like offensive linemen are like they are family amongst themselves, whatever depth they at. So one goes out and the others try to take over for him while he's gone. You know what I'm saying? They are putting the freshman out there, but if they're willing enough, there's other people they could put out there. If they put the freshman out there, he must have some kind of talent. But the strength of the line is actually from the center on to the right side. The center, the right guard, and the right tackle are all studs. So I mean, it's a lot of things Notre Dame could do. Run the opposite way. If you know what the problem is for a long time, then you got something to rectify it with. But Texas A&M defensive line, are they really that great? They bring back some nice players or whatever, but they playing a nice caliber team. So I expect Notre Dame to not only win, cover, and all that good stuff, but maybe keep it under as well. Marcus Freeman is cut from the cloth, even though he goes over a lot away. He lets it fly, but he knows how to play chess. You know what I'm saying? He's cut from the cloth, so he knows how to play chess. He know he has to go here, time management, everything. I expect maybe first quarter under or something. You know what I'm saying? It might be 0-0 coming out of this first quarter. Both coaches going to decide to play chess. But one last note, Mike Elko, don't forget, we raised that guy out there. He coached under our wing for a while too, so he got much respect for us too. So the respect level is there too. So that's another reason why to be on the under. But that's enough for me. I don't want to take up all your time. Let's get on Big Ragu. Big Ragu, give him the goods on this one. I know you on this game.
Notre Dame was one of my favorite teams to chase last year with overs, by the way, which they were 9-4 to the over last year. But they're in transition. They're trying to catch lightning in the bottle with Riley Leonard coming over from Duke, who used to play for Elko, right? And then Denbrock is back from LSU after taking 2 years down there. He's come back doing the play call on the offensive side. And then, they're going to be in transition on offenses, both sides of both teams here. Both defensive-minded coaches, which produce a lot of offense, which, that sometimes that's how it works in college football. But I think for this particular game, especially this game coming out of the gates, I think we're going to see like a big chess match early on. And I expect a lower score game from both of these, even though, we're looking at a 1.5, 2-point line. We're looking at a total of about 47.5, 48, 47. I like the first half under 23. I think shaded to the under a little bit, but I think it's a solid play here. So I look for the trench game to be real strong early on, and nobody wanting to make that mistake. Coming out of the gates, going through the progressions, making their play calls by the book, so to speak. So I think it's going to be a big chess match there, John. Put me on the under 23 first half.
I like it. Under 23 first half. Wine time. I know you dibbling and dabbling in this one too. Where you at on this one?
Yeah, guys, I'm on the under full game in this one. Everything that Rigu said, honestly, I probably should have gone on the first half too, but I am on the full game under 47 in this one. I think it's going to be a smash mouth type of game. I think both teams are going to want to run the football, burn the clock down. I don't see this game getting 40, honestly. I see this hitting like 38 maybe. So whatever number you can get on the under, I like the under. 46.5, that's what the number is, right? I think it actually went back up to 47.5, but I'm taking the under 47.
Yeah, my man Big Ragu was on it first show we did when it was at 49.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
I remember that.
Yeah,
that's where we at now with that one. It's gonna be chess match type game. Let's keep going over into Sunday. We got 2 more games left, y'all. Y'all just bear with us because I'm ready to get to these games too. Because I need Penn State to hit that money line from I got a lot going on. But let's do this next one. USC versus LSU in Las Vegas. A lot of people didn't know that one. They said the LSU people showed up early this week.
Uh-huh.
They said over there at the Circa outside pool, they got 1,500 LSU fans locked in at the Circa. It's going down. USC, man, I've heard so many mixed reviews about this team. Some people on one side say it's great talent over there. They got the defensive coordinator from UCLA. He took UCLA from a ranked 87 defense to a ranked 11 defense in 1 year. But the part that's kind of jaded about that is the NIL came the year before that. Chip Kelly went and got some quality athletes off the NIL. So he coached up a bunch of good guys. The problem at USC is the actual talent level that plays the position. You got all the coaches, you got everything around it, but we need you to show up on the field. But a lot of people like taking points in their pocket with USC right here. So I'm not mad at them for that. Chip Kelly, LSU, third year, go check his record. Every school he went to, third year, he damn near went undefeated. So it's big year for LSU. He has a tough schedule as well, so he got to knock him down quick. I mean, he's not afraid of USC. He can actually outcoach this guy right here, Brian Kelly, and he's got a lot of preparation time to get here. You've seen the big increments that LSU has taken since he's been there. They've already sent off a Heisman quarterback who had tremendous numbers, all kinds of stuff. The guy's an offensive genius. He starts in at the line. He got everything right there. Everybody's hating on Nussmeier or whatever, but he's bred from over there. I mean, they wouldn't give the guy the job if they didn't think he could do it in this type of offense. But defense, still questions over there. We see how the defense shows up over there. They're going to be based first versus a lot of speed with USC. So USC could mark a line in the sand today if they come out and win. And you'll get all this because they ranked like number 6 in the Big Ten. And, if they win the day, they get bumped up a couple notches and they start talking about USC the game. LSU wins the day, they're on track. They're on track to be a contender in the SEC. I'm taking LSU. I don't like that the number. I wish it was just a field goal, right? Between these teams should be 3. Should be a nice little field goal. But I don't know. It's going to be Sunday. We'll see what the bank account looks like on Sunday and see where I'm gonna be with it. But I'm definitely gonna lay something. Stay tuned. Check me out on Twitter or something. But I ain't gonna give nothing on the play. But I'm leaning big time LSU. How about you, Weinstein?
You mentioned a lot of moving parts in this game. 2 new quarterbacks coming in, replacing Heisman Trophy guys. USC brings in Miller Moss. This guy actually fits into the Lincoln Riley offense, I think, a lot better than Caleb Williams with his pocket presence. He's not going to be running around the pocket. Big question is if this offensive line improved. We know their defense improved, getting D'Anton Lynn over from UCLA. And then what do? They go out and grab North Dakota State head coach the linebackers and be the associate head coach. Great move by Lincoln Riley. He should have got himself a coordinator like this a couple years ago when he was in Oklahoma. Before he got himself into this mess at USC. But this guy's looking for a big bounce back year. USC, I think, is in for a pretty good year. I think they could win 8 games this season, maybe 9 with Miller Moss, which is a step forward in the right direction for them. They've got a lot of weapons at the receiver position, guys, a lot of talented guys. Zachariah Branch, one of the most talented football players with the ball in his hands. All you have to do is get the ball in his hands, and he's off with it. Kid's elite. Talk about Lemon over from Los Alamitos. 5-star athlete coming out of high school, played last year as a true freshman on offense and defense. He's going to be a full-time receiver this year, though. Talk about getting that new running back, too. And they got a couple of the D-backs over from UCLA. I like this USC team going into the season, guys. I teased them in a teaser with West Virginia. I definitely like the plus 4.5 in this spot, though, with USC.
There it is. There, I kind of figured you was going there. One time, you sell a good story on the USC stuff. I'm telling you, you selling prime steak. Okay, you selling prime steak when it comes to that. Big Ragu, will you be partaking in this Sunday festivities?
In the short of it, no, I will not be. But let me give you like a quick spin, and I'll get the hell off the subject with this game here. Both teams are looking to make adjustments on defense. And how do you replace a number 1 draft and a number 2 draft quarterback with the next up kids? So offensive lines will be fine. If it's all going to be about who's going to make the defensive adjustment early on. LSU's, the problem with them, you could run on them all year. They dared you to outscore them last year. They were like 12-1 to the over. This game definitely has a feel of an over. The numbers up there. I know our guy Ron Crawford was on it yesterday, so I would lean towards the over here. I want to see you stop the offenses on the defensive side first. If they click off like 14, 17 points in the first quarter, then it's going to be a long game. Maybe live bet the over.
That's what's up right there, man. We got some heavy hitters in the chat. I'm talking with JT, Ix Snizzle, Noli Knows, Razor Sharp Picks, Dabby Cab, Moose Money Bets. I think we your favorite capper's favorite capper. I don't care what you say, okay? Boston the Sauce Show, my man Wine Time, we are definitely your favorite capper's favorite capper. You better believe that. Let's keep it rolling. Last game on the card. We're gonna let y'all go and get up out of here. We've been on here 36 minutes. We right where we want to be right here. Big Ragu has a spot treatment coming up soon, so we got to get him to a spot treatment.
Done, man. Come on.
Last on the table right here. FSU back at home. Nice. They had a nice little rest period right there, and they're playing. So they hoping to forgive them for all their sins. But they playing this Boston College team, who a lot of people are high on. I think they're returning like 10 on offense, 11 on defense, or something like that. This Boston College team has a lot of hype around it. A lot of could be this, could be that, could be this, could be that, but technically we hear that every year with a lot of teams, including this Boston College team, right? So shoot, the best they ever do is beat Notre Dame when unexpectedly. But they playing this FSU team who we seen last week. So I put this together early. I think that number is way somewhere else, right? Like 21 or something now. Anybody got the number on this Florida State game now?
I can bring it up.
But this is going to be on Monday. I got the wrong date, all kinds of stuff. What was I? I was at
We
work.
got the live at 16.5, total of 50 right now.
It's dropped. It's dropped a bunch.
So it's at, say that again?
It's minus 16.5 for Florida State, minus 110, over under 50.
16.5 with Florida State. I mean, I can't. It's gonna be hard for me to bet it. I'm probably gonna try to go on half or the total side because I just can't trust DJ, man. DJ Ungulaire, he's gonna have some good games this season, y'all. He's gonna show you. He gonna actually hit his marks downfield and all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes they say it's the heart of the lion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think DJ has the heart of the lion. He's back in the ACC where they know what you do. They know what you're doing over here. You know you wasn't supposed to come back over here, and you came back over here. I don't understand why they take that chance. With all the quarterbacks and everything in the portal, why this guy, man? This guy really was a 5-star recruit at one point in time. Really stunk up the field at Clemson. Came back over to Oregon State, and I mean, he won some good games, but a lot of those games were comebacks, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the quarterback situation over there, but it definitely needs to change. And I'm for now, I'm gonna just leave it right where it is. I mean, Boston College plus the points probably sounds pretty good considering what the product you've seen on the field in week 0. But I don't know. These guys should be fired up to jump back on the horse and show that they want to win the ACC at least. You on this one, Wine Time?
I'm not on this one. I'm going to pass her out to my guy Big Ragu for this one.
Ooh, it's a Big Ragu special right here, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I warned everybody about the FSU game with Georgia Tech last week. I did like the Georgia Tech side, even though I didn't give it out that way. I just stood back and watched. To my amazement, not to my disamazement, but I just kind of I told Brett Key's a hell of a coach. It's called a great game. They got out-coached, outplayed in every aspect of the game, defensively, offensively, out-coached. This is a wake-up call for FSU at the dope. So I look for them to come out pretty strong. Against, like you said, 10 and 11 returning starters. Bill O'Brien took the helm. We all know Bill O'Brien from NFL, Houston, Texas, Patriots. So he's back in Beantown over here. But first-year coaches, I'm not big on. I think Neville put his boot up FSU's ass in practice this week. So I look for FSU to come out really strong in the first half. I'm going to play 3 units on that FSU first half.
Ooh, 3 units FSU first half, boot up the ass. Y'all heard it right here on the Boston Sauce. Now, it don't get no realer than that, okay? But that's it for us, man. Y'all got any extra? Oh, I got an extra to add. comes up at 11 o'clock on the West, and that's Oklahoma State is playing South Dakota State. I took Oklahoma State minus 13 points. Oklahoma State got a lot coming back this year too, and Gundy said that this is one of his better defenses coming in this year, and nobody can never get on top of the Cowboy and hold him down. The Cowboy be jumping out of the pocket and doing his thing. So I really like. I think they shaded. They ranked FCS teams so well this year going in here. So this South Dakota State team right here is big, but it's only second year coaching right here. So this might be similar to TCU. The coach comes in, inherits a great group, does great things, but you got to keep that going, and sometimes that's kind of hard to do. And my man Sonny Dykes is over there struggling. But yeah, Oklahoma State minus 13 for me. Any extras for you, Big Wine Time?
Games that we didn't talk about. Shit. Honestly, I think we got. I mean, I'm on Houston money line minus 125. It's up to minus 160 now. I'm not going to go ahead and give that one out. Definitely still like that side. I think we talked about pretty much all my games. That was great first show, guys.
Absolutely. Go for it.
I got one. I think it's going to be a sleeper team in the ACC, Virginia Tech. Watch them.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be tough going forward. I like them to score points today in that particular game. I think the team total is sitting like around 30-ish, 30. I think they put up like 40 today, 40 some odd in that game. They're going to be nasty. They probably got the best.
Penn State fumbles the ball. West Virginia recovers.
Yeah.
In their own territory.
There you go. Already. But I like the West Virginia Tech side today to score points. They probably got the best linebacker core in the ACC right now. So look for them to come after them early and often. Virginia Tech over 30 points.
Yeah, okay, that's for sure. We got a lot of movement in the chat too, man. My man JT put us in play. My man Noli says Boise State to the moon. You got to come explain that one, Noli. I don't know what you mean by that. That team right there could be suspect, but we're going to see. They're going to win the Mountain West, but what they do outside of that, who knows? But yeah, that's all the plays for the day, man. We had a great group of people show up. We invite y'all to come back next week. Make sure you catch our tailgate talks that we do during the week, giving y'all a little spectrum of how we see some of the bigger games for the week. And show back up here on Saturdays with us, man, and join us for a quick 40, 45 minutes or something, and we out of here on the games. We covered all the way to Monday. So we'll see y'all later on. Y'all enjoy y'all Labor Day weekend, especially all y'all that work these 9 to 5s like me, man. Enjoy a day off, man. A 3-day weekend is lovely. Look at Big Ragu out chilling, 3-day weekend.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my Labor Day, guys.
There it is right there.
Cash the tickets. Ready, cash the tickets.
Cash them tickets. So let us get up out of here. And let's go old school, Big Ragu. I see you at the window.
I'll see you at the window.
I see you at the window.
See you at
The Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show. Here we go.